It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday Night Primetime.
It is a beautiful night for football here in the Midwest as we are at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker all set, and we are set to see the cream of the crop in the AFC as we are underway here with the Ravens and the Chiefs. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Well, the Chiefs offense going to make their way out, and at the helm, a now three-time Super Bowl MVP in his 8th season in the NFL, it's Patrick Mahomes.
I think it's safe to say that at this point in his career, there's really nothing Mahomes hasn't accomplished by this time. 3 Super Bowl rings, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 league MVPs, a couple of All-Pro nods, and a passing title. When you lay it all out, it doesn't even sound real, especially when you consider the fact he's not even 30 years old. Now he has his sights set on being the first quarterback to three-peat. If there's anyone who can do it, it's certainly him.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. Gets past one man. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
3.5 to go, first quarter. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Deontay Hardy back deep. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive for the Ravens, and at the helm is the 2023 NFL Most Valuable Player. Second such time he's won the award, Lamar Jackson.
And he's coming off a season where he showed everyone that he was worth every single penny he was given. He now has 2 MVP trophies on his resume and was on the verge of adding a Lamar Hunt trophy to go with it. Unfortunately, things didn't work out in his favor, but make no mistake about it. He's truly one of the most electrifying players in the NFL. As long as he's the man under center, they'll always be in championship conversation.
Jackson from the shotgun. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here. And they'll accept that penalty.
Still 2nd down.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Here's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jackson now.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Now 2nd and 3.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
And that flag accepted.
Still 2nd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 10 yards away.
And the Ravens go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Mahomes going to throw.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Open man right side is Rice.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Moore.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 3rd and 3.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
In motion, Aguilar.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They go play action with Jackson.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Second down and a yard.
Now Jackson. This complete left side to Aguilar. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The first half belonged to the reigning NFL most valuable player, number 8, Lamar Jackson. He was able to take it in himself for the game's only touchdown. And you wonder if this coaching staff will ask him to do a bit more the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter of what's been a tight contest so far.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion right is Aguilar. Jackson. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle.
There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
2nd and 5.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Jackson.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Play action. It's Jackson.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
A good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's Pacheco once again. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 4th down. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Mahomes. Oh, no, he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
But correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And again, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rice. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
Finding Gray going across the field.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And Brown's got it for a Kansas City touchdown.
A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense back out there.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Second and 10. Jackson. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. On third down, Henry. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Pulled in at the 24.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Down 13-10, a minute 47 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Mahomes.
That'll be caught by Rice. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Mahomes.
Complete. The tight end, Kelsey.
And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs 1st down as he's across midfield to the 48.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Mahomes.
Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Now 2nd and 4. Mahomes. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over, so a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got 1 timeout left, want to save it.
Here's 1st down. Mahomes will throw.
Over the middle, complete. It's Rice. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Butker's kick here is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jackson connecting with Andrews.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
On a completed pass, got to get down quickly and call a timeout. Jackson.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now Jackson.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. First throw in overtime now for Jackson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Mahomes now to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
He'll look to throw.
That is caught. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Delay of game. Offense.
Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Rice.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Mahomes.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, certainly this defense knew that a field goal would beat them, and in this football game, they came up with a gigantic interception right there, CD.
Maybe not a surprise to either one of us because both of these defenses have been dominant throughout this game. Right now, if you're playing on offense, you're just hoping that they make a mistake on the other side and you can capitalize on it because making headway has been really difficult all game long.
A first down carry for Henry.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Jackson to throw.
He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.